fry a home head, and the crew of the bold contender is hunting for brindle lobsters. They're lighter in colour and sell for less. The daily all-in price is $80 a kilo versus $90 for big reds. But Squizzy knows how to catch lots of them.
I didn't really want to try and catch any brindles because we're just going to get less money for them. But in this situation, you just got to try because you can't run this giant boat on sitting around banking on red crays this time of year if the weather's crap. It's just not viable.
That depends on which skipper you ask. The Baralee's toughing it out, trying to catch Maatsikер reds. The Gουίλιαμ Νόρλινκ's all in on King Island reds. And the Minamara is sticking and staying too. But catching brindles is Squizzy's specialty.
I'm better off to come out here for $10 less a kilo and hopefully scratch up something. Come on. Fish a pot, let's knock off. Fish a pot? That's all right. At this stage of the game, 1 or 2 good pots will do us just nicely. Come on, give me a good pot. Come on.
Squizzy's betting everything on Plan B.
I'm rubbing the wood, I'm rubbing the wood. Every time, mate. Come on.
The Maatsikер Island swell is calm, and that's good news for skipper Warren because it means he can drop his pots in close to the rocks.
Fishing close to the shore is a really good advantage because we'll probably only get there 3 or 4 times, maybe 5 times in the winter because of the swells. It just doesn't get worked as hard, so lots of times we do get more fish.
Oh, now it's starting to bloody rain.
I get a couple out of him. He's one. He's good fish, isn't he? Yes. 5 for 5. They're improving.
Definitely a little bit better than we was yesterday.
That's good. More fish.
How many have we got this morning?
11.
11 out of 9. Still not good.
Don't blame it on me.
Better than yesterday, though, isn't it? Triple all day catch already with 10 pots, 9 pots.
Being a deckhand, it's pretty hard. You don't get to sit in the warm cabin like the captain does, and you're out on deck, and the spray is going everywhere, sea spray, and wind and rain, and it's good fun. I love it.
Here's the 4 golden rules for being a good deckhand. Never miss a float line.
That's a she.
Never keep an illegal lobster.
Rat.
Always handle your catch with care. And be prepared for horrible weather. Jai is one of the least experienced deckhands in the fleet. He's just missed his grapple throw.
First coffee.
That's going to cost him.
Miss one, you gotta make the captain a coffee.
Any excuses to make a coffee?
It's a bit of tough love, yeah.
Yeah.
He made the choice to come to sea, so we expect him to do his job. I mean, that probably sounds hard, but I mean, he's got a job he's got to do. And I'd say by his attitude that he's managing okay.
I'll make you a coffee.
One coffee up. I should have it now. I'll probably get another one after.
Yeah, because I probably missed another one.
The trick is with the coffee, see, if it looks like he's not going to miss one, I just hold off a bit so he's got a long throw to miss it.
That's tough love for you.
Just making the captain's coffee. Because I missed 2 pots, so I own 2 coffees. It's all right. One to go.
Very good coffee.
Warren knows there's more to this trip than just catching lobsters. Briar home head, and it's no surprise the bold contender is having better luck fishing for brindles.
Come on, make it pay off for us, please.
Squizzy is one of the best brindle skippers in the country.
Finally, after 8 pots, we got a lucky one. It's a lucky pot, although unlucky lobsters, it's one or the other.
Seven.
7? Best pot of the day? Probably nearly close to the best pot of the trip. Isn't it, Tate?
Yeah, close to it.
Squizzy's change of tack from big reds to brindles is paying off.
I've still got it after all. 7 in a pot. I'll take that. That's pretty bloody good for where we've been. But poor old Tabor, he's not even giving it a smile for that. I think he's just having one of his bad days.
Tabor's glass may be half empty, but the bold contender's tank is half full of brindles. And Squizzy is halfway home to his target.
It's hard on your body. See so many people come out here and reckon they can do it, and they just they can't. They fold. You know, and to last in the industry, you've got to be half decent at it and get on a good boat with a quota.
So Tabor's on 15% of the money that the boat earns. So at the end of the year, he earns a pretty good bloody wage.
You done all right last year, though. I'll tell you when the camera's turned off what I earned. It'll make you cry. Break!
Pot luck strikes again. The line attached to the lobster pot has snapped.
Snagged up pot and just broke it off. So 400 bucks down the drain.
The Bass Strait, King Island. And the crew of the Gουίλιαμ Νόρλινκ is hunting in the harbingers.
Yes.
They've already caught 572 lobsters. Skipper Danny's close to his target of 600, a whopping $100,000 payload. But the Southern Ocean is not going to make it easy.
Oh, crazy bit sluggish, the bastards. Anyway, we started too well, see? That's what happens. You start too well, no good. No good. It's as black as the inside of a black cow over there, so it's supposed to come northwesterly again. Just more wind. Northwesterly is just one of those winds where the crays in this area where we are, they just don't like it. Oh, stare at the weather, that's just pox. The crays are pox too. I don't know. Would have thought we'd be getting a bit of a sniff here, but we're not. Anyway. Yeah.
The pot has snagged on the reef.
Meanwhile, on the Billy Norling, the gear's not coming up because the boys are around with a pot.
The entire fleet is copping a nasty dose of pot luck.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Break!
Didn't take much. That's 3 pots today we've lost.
That's what happens when you fish over a giant reef.
That equals 1,200 bucks. So that's about 15 crays. What would them 3 pots catch over the next few days? That's more money down the drain. I've lost 3 pots, and I'm not going to be catching no more lobsters for the rest of the trip, which really hurts you.
But when Squizzy tallies up the remaining 57 pots, it's not all doom and gloom.
58, so it gives us 130 for the day. That's all right. It was a bit of a struggle, but 3 extra pots, not losing that gear would have been made the day a bit better and brighter, but...
They've bagged 375 lobsters for the trip. It's a good result considering the false start.
$1.50 would be nice. Sometimes you just got to go home a bit short.